con Simple Plan les vamos a hacer una entrevista, como ya saben, bueno, yo siempre divido las entrevistas en dos, en lo musical y lo personal. So what we're doing here, I'm gonna divide my interview into the musical part and the personal stuff. Perfect? Cool. Alright. So to start with, I want you to tell me what does this album talk about? I know you have a lot of difference in this album, but we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. So just tell me, what does this talk about?
Well, the album, you know, every song is kind of its own thing. There's no, you're fired! I'll start over my answer.
Yeah, okay.
On this album, you know, I think every song is really different. There's not one main theme, but generally the theme is that we talk about stuff that happens to us, you know, personal emotions and feelings and what's going on in our lives and people close to us. You know, we don't talk about things that we're not familiar with. You know, we talk about things that are happening in our lives.
Like in the other albums, right?
Well, even the other ones, it's always been about you know, personal stuff. About, you know, it's kind of like we use music as therapy. It's kind of cheesy to say, but it's true. You know, we kind of when something in our life is going good or bad, we like to talk about it. We write a song about it, and that's it. So it's about life, for Simple Plan.
Why did you need that change, and how you did it? Because it's kind of hard to let the old basics, you know, and have an all new progress.
Yeah, I think what we wanted to do was take what we had and spice it up with something different. You know, we wanted to. I mean, we like to think that every album has to show some sort of an evolution. It's not necessarily better or worse. I think it's just to show a different side. You know, we want to open more doors so that one day we could basically sit down and write songs and say we can do whatever we want because people know that we'll do whatever we want.
So were you afraid of the change? Because I don't know, like change bring a lot of consequences, you know. So were you afraid or nervous?
I think when you kind of concept you know, what the change is going to be, you're kind of not really working on it yet. You're thinking about it. It's definitely a bit scary, but as the songs were evolving and progressing, I think it was actually a sense of excitement. You know, suddenly there's new avenues opening for you. There's definitely something really new, fresh, and that seems that everybody in the band was like, wow, this is really, really cool. You know, so let's pursue this. And as the record was building and the songs were coming together, and definitely I think the songs that Asia worked on opened doors for a lot of different ideas that came later in the process. You know, after that initial session with him, some of the songs came back and actually got finished. That it was really exciting. I think there was a fear that, you know, people were perceived as a certain way.
I think what we were more afraid of was not changing. You know, we were afraid of making the same album. We were like, we can't, because if you make the same album, then, you know, people would be like, oh, yeah, whatever, take it forward, same thing. That's what we were afraid of. We were afraid of not being relevant, of not being important. We were afraid of people being like, yeah, whatever, we wanted to shock people. And
we embraced that change. I think everybody in the band did. As I said, it's an exciting thing to, like, find a new avenue for your music.
Now, some quick personal questions. What do you think is, I don't know, like that moment that makes you who you are in your life?
Oh, wow. I think, you know, it's when you what's the word, when you commit to something important, you know, when you decide that you have an idea and you're like, you know what, I'm going to go with this, I don't care what anybody thinks, yeah, I'm gonna take this dream of mine and go with it, and that's what really defines who you are.
Yeah. Focus really in passion, and I think that here just fully on that.
You forget about what other people think and you say, you know what, I want to do this, and that's why I'm going to do it.
Okay. At last, I want to ask you, what do you think about this new change in music? Because TV is going to disappear, you know, and we're going to live like this digital music stuff. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think you either embrace it or...
for your life.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, as much as the five of us would love to always have the fans unwrap a CD, and I mean, you know what, I'd rather have the music get to the fans than not at all, you know.
I think old school, I still love the relationship to the CD, you unwrap it.
Hey, hold on, what do you do there with your CD?
Well, I kind of like having paper in my hand, like seeing the credits, reading the lyrics. I think it's another way where bands express themselves, like having artwork in their CDs. But I mean, as David said, you can't avoid it. It's going to the digital age, and that's what it is, you know. So we're embracing it. I feel that most people love music, and most people care about bands. The shows like and all of it will be fun.
Everything else will fall into place later.
Yeah, because you know,
Video, sorry.
go for it.
I just hope that video doesn't die, because for me that's a really great medium for that. Like I was raised watching bands, Pearl Jam, you saw Alice in Chains, Nirvana. Like they have amazing videos that brought a new perspective to the song. But now it's so expensive to make videos, the revenues from record sales are, going down. So it's kind of tricky. I don't know if videos will be something that will still happen in the future. Hopefully we'll find ways to make them happen anyway.
I was just gonna say one last thing. They can take that away and stuff like that, but like Chuck said, as long as the kids come to the show, I don't think anyone will ever be able to take that away. There's nothing more real than to go see the band for real. Like no one will go see a band if they're like computerized.
I think now that you can get music so quickly, like you can feel it, you can buy it quickly, you can do it online, you can get it, you can watch a show on YouTube. Now, because of that, it's becoming so much more, important to see shows. It's becoming more popular, I think.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Thank you.
I have a DVD.
Sweet.
And she was very excited because I was going to meet you. So I used time.
For sure.
Totally. You guys sure?
Estuvo ellos con un plan y bueno, en lo que ellos empiezan a firmar el disco.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What was the name of the band? No. Okay.
Band number 3.
Number 1, huh?
Number 1 band.